Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Mythlook with your host Nitin Nair. As with all mythologies that we have been exploring over the past couple of months, there are a few which are very closely intrinsic to the area in which they have developed and in some cases finally died out. Dying out of mythology and cultures and traditions is not something new, and very few cultures actually fight to keep them alive. Some of the common examples of mythologies and traditions that have endured the test of time can be seen with the Native American mythologies, where the tribes fight really strongly to keep the traditions alive among their young, and also along with some Asian mythologies, especially Indian and Southeast Asian mythologies, who also try really hard, and in some cases, like the Indian mythologies, it still exists very much as a part of modern religion. European mythology is slightly different in this case. We all accept the fact that the advent and the expansion of Christianity actually contributed to the decline of the various mythologies and traditional beliefs of the region. There are certain communities that still hold some of these mythologies, cultures, traditions, folklore, myths, whatever you want to call them, alive even today. One such group of people are the Irish. The Irish have tried their best to amalgamate with the modern society by embracing Christianity and also the word of the Church of England, but they also have been a very proud group of people who still hold their traditional mythology, which is the Irish or the Celtic mythology, really close to their heart. This is seen by the constant references to gods and characters that are very specific to the region itself. One such god is the Morrigan. The Morrigan was an Irish Celtic goddess of war and was known to incite violence, rage, frenzy, and was also regarded as the bringer of death. The goddess could take any form of creature she wanted, and she was able to bring about the downfall of a hero warrior named Cuchulainn after he rejected her numerous attempts to seduce him. Her coupling with the Dagda, who was another major warrior god and which we discussed here at Mythlook earlier, was an important part of the Samhain festival, which the Celts celebrated to mark the beginning of a new year. The Morrigan is a goddess of war, fertility, and battle. She has been referred to as the Phantom Queen and is also part of a trio of goddesses known as the Bab and the Nimain. The Morrigan frequently appears in the bird guise or the ornithological guise of a hooded crow. She is one of the Tuatha De Danann, which translates to people of the goddess Danu, and she helped defeat the Furblogs at the first battle of Mac Durain and Fomori at the second battle of Mac Durain. The Morrigan has a terrible appearance, and it is this and her aggression which have a strong psychological effect on whoever she chooses to battle. At the same time, the goddess can be sexually attractive as well. Consequently, the Morrigan is a symbol of both destruction and fertility. The Morrigan is believed to be the daughter of Ernmas, a mother goddess, who was in turn the daughter of Nuada, the king of the Tuatha De Danann. Her siblings are variously listed as Eriu, Banba, and Fodla. They make up the triple goddess representing the spirit and sovereignty of Ireland, as well as Bag and Mach. The Morrigan was married to Dagda, also known as a good god, and one of the kings of Tuatha De Danann. There is a debate over the meaning of the Morrigan's name. It is believed that the goddess derives from an Indo-European root that is associated with terror. The name Morrigan is derived from the word queen, which is often translated to great queen. She is associated with the fury of war, which is why she is sometimes referred to as the queen of demons. The goddess has a variety of powers, such as being able to cast spells and predict the future, and she is also capable of changing her form at will. She is also linked to the raven or crow, which is a creature associated with war and death. The Morrigan has also led to the origin of the Banshee, which can foretell the death of a household by letting out an extremely loud wail or scream. Usually, she is seen in the physical form as an old woman with long hair. The Morrigan is one of the more popular characters that have been constantly adapted in modern times in numerous mediums and channels. Her symbolisms and characteristics have inspired evil characters in movies, comics, cartoons, and novels, and is usually the framework around which female characters responsible for chaos follows. As you can see, the Morrigan has a very important role to play in Irish mythology because she is associated with most of the major deities that form part of the cosmology of the region. The Morrigan being a female character and also being associated with certain negativity around it has also inspired what people generally think of female characters in the negative form as well. The template for an evil queen has often been said to have been inspired by the Morrigan, which includes almost half the negative Disney characters that we see on television even today. We'll be exploring a lot more of similar characters in the days to come, and please do stay tuned to all our episodes. Like, subscribe, share the channel, and let everyone know that Mythloke is the home of mythology. This is your host Nitin Nair signing off, wishing you all a great week ahead.